So I got these lights on eBay. These are dog shit. They're horrible lights. To elaborate a little bit more, I decided to buy two of them. They're on eBay listed as XML, LED, Cree, 26650 battery lights. Pretty generic. It seems like on eBay there's a few different designs. This is a very common one. So I decided to take the plunge and try and buy one. Bought two for a vacation trip. Flash forward, one of them flooded on the first dive, the other one survived. I used them about 2 dives total. One of them is pretty much trash now. It's amazing what salt will do to circuit boards and batteries. The other one seemed to survive pretty well, but it did get moisture in the actual lens itself, which, you know, what's the point about having O-rings and having a dive light that doesn't work? It doesn't seal itself. And they weren't deep dives to 80 feet. So that's the gist of it. To explain it a little bit more, here we go. Alright, so the first thing I want to note is how small these grooves are. First and foremost, when I got it, to put the battery in, I had to unscrew it. And when I unscrewed it, I noticed that there were aluminum shavings everywhere. There were aluminum shavings all over this thing. Whoever installed it originally didn't give a shit. I mean, it's being installed in China at mass production levels. They don't care. It was stripped. They cross-threaded it. The other thing is, if it's cross-threaded, it doesn't really matter if it's got 2 O-rings. These are cheap O-rings. Maybe the water didn't leak in here, but there's 4 places for it to leak in. Here, at the back end, at the front, and then inside the actual lens on the outside. And it leaked in here. So of all places for it to fail, it failed at the front. There's no need to have this many spots for the light to actually open up. It's just kind of silly in my opinion. But the grooves are absolutely atrocious. They're just completely small, and you could strip this thing in a matter of seconds. The other thing I wanted to note is this little knob. It's a magnetic switch, but it never functions properly. It'll say the off position, but you're really on the on position, and in order to turn it off, you have to turn it onto the on position. It's silly. They're all made in a really shitty manner, and no exception to the two that I have here. But nothing about this light is quality. As I mentioned earlier, the switch is shitty, the construction is shitty, the light itself, I paid $20 a piece. It included a battery and a charger. It wasn't worth 20 bucks. On top of that, as soon as I got the charger in, to actually plug the battery in and start charging it, the tab broke right off. Now, I emailed the eBay seller, and all they told me was, sorry, we'll refund you $2. You can fix it locally, which is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way you could fix this locally for $2. You can't even buy one of these for $2. That's why I bought it from China off eBay. So, overall, the chargers that come with it are shitty. The batteries are probably not a true 5,000 milliamp hour battery. They're probably 1,000 or 1,500. The light itself is okay for land, but there's nothing about this that would make me ever want to dive with it. It leaks going to 80 feet. One of them completely malfunctioned and corroded on the inside. It leaks from the lens. They're made of a XML older LED style light, and for the most part they're pretty bright. I will give it that. It's a tight beam. The lumen output is probably closer to 400 or 500 lumens. And if you're just using it for land, great, but there's a lot of other options out there, and there's no reason to pay a premium for what supposedly is a waterproof light. Now, if for some reason you would like to buy a dive light off eBay, don't buy one of these. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Buy this one. This is the Xtar D26, the whale. Easily 10 times better than this piece of crap. The construction on it is awesome. It's made out of aircraft grade anodized aluminum. The thing's nice. It feels heavy. It's nice in your hand. It's got a feature you may not need on it, a tripod quarter bit screw hole. You may never use it. Comes with a strap. Comes with a charger that works and doesn't break. Comes with a car charger if for some reason you ever want to charge it in your car. Wall charger, as well as a 26650 battery. And this thing's nice. It holds a charge. It's pretty bright. But if for some reason you don't want to use the 26650, it's okay. It comes with a little 18650 tube adapter. So if you want to use your 18650 batteries that you probably have laying around, it'll take that as well. So it takes quite a few different battery styles. But overall, this is such a nice light. It's close to 1,000 lumens. It'll go down to 300 plus feet rated. And the thing has nice grooves on it. Not these cheap grooves. Not these at all. It has really nice ones. You're not going to strip it. And it comes with this little case, so if you really care about that kind of stuff, it's nice to store with. But honestly, the meat and potatoes is right here. This is the important thing to me. I really could care less about making something spiffy by throwing in a case. I want to know if the product performs well, and the D26 by Xtar exceeds my expectations. So I got these lights on eBay. These are dog shit. They're horrible lights. To elaborate a little bit more, I decided to buy two of them. They're on eBay listed as XML, LED, Cree, 26650 battery lights. Pretty generic. It seems like on eBay there's a few different designs. This is a very common one.